Howdy doody. Welcome back. Well, we got us a doozy one here right now talking about black women and the challenges of dating. Now, I first think that they really talking more about successful black women, not just any old black woman. So we're going to jump on in this and we're going to have us some fun today.
When I think about black men and dating in general, I think about their preferences, and sometimes I don't feel like they're always checking for us.
Hello.
So I think specifically of a well-known celebrity who has been highly publicized for beating black women. But when I think about what his recent comments were about the hair of black women and who he would date based on her hair texture, it infuriated me thinking that, well, that one, who is a role model for a lot of black men, is not checking for us. He's making it seem like there's something wrong with having the one B.
But do you realize you said that one? That could be for any
but
race.
That's not just
it's
him.
That one.
It's not just
it's not
him.
just him. Within the industry, they are fetishizing mixed women.
They do. For sure.
They do. Well, but just if you have any sort of exotic, and that's the problem.
You're right.
That's what you're talking about.
You're absolutely right.
Thank you. I'm going to go all the way back there.
I grew up in a family that I was too dark.
I'm going to stop right there because I think the First Lady had a lot to say. So straight up, I get where they're already going with this, talking about the hair, talking about the different things that they fetishize. But again, I've always said that we in the black community, we have a ghetto problem. People can say it's a Pookie and Ray Ray problem. People can say it's a Lakeisha and LaShawn problem. But we literally, we rise up, bring up a lot of people that really shouldn't be up there. Because the issues that you have is that, who is the role model? Like they're saying, just because, you put somebody in a high position, we're now saying that that person is a role model. And there is a truth to that. But I remember that, I remember one time Snoop Dogg, they did an interview with him and they were telling him, that he is a role model. And he was basically like, I ain't no role model. Because he didn't want to take that on. He just wanted the money and the fame. But one of the things that we have to remember is, it doesn't really just come with money and fame. As soon as you have money and fame, people are kind of looking to you to try to figure out what to do with their lives. And I know for those that are been on my channel for a while, or if you're new, I'm always talking about the media and how powerful media is. And right now we have a social media problem. Why? Because anybody can get on social media. There are no barriers to get on social media. And I'm gonna be real, I don't think it's just the fact that we have a ghetto problem, so to speak, where sometimes the worst of us get into the higher places in life. The issue is many of those people, they're hustlers. Every single day, their life is such that they're willing to work 10 times, 100 times harder to get out of the hood. And so when they get up there, unfortunately, they have the same mindset that they had before. Now, many of them do change. Like Ice Cube, I'm just being real. I mean, I want to dap the brother up because a lot of the stuff that he's talking about right now is amazing, especially when you start to think about where he comes from and the music that he was in a while back. But he has that mindset to say, I'm willing to change. I'm seeing things in the community and I actually care about the community. But we can't believe that every single person that comes from that environment is actually going to believe that way. And that's why it's so important when people find good people to actually shout them out, to actually give them some attention if they're trying to do something great, which means right now you can shout me out. You can send this video to about 5 of your friends right now. Send it right now as I wait. Anyway, I mean, we do need to think about the fact that why do we push things one way or another? And to get back to the original lady's point, there are so many men out here that we can't allow ourselves, whether you're a male or a female, you cannot allow yourself to be so concerned about one thing. I mean, as soon as she talks about the hair thing, honestly, I could talk about the height thing. As I go out here and as I talk to women, you will be surprised how many women are very quick to say, I'm not dating a dude unless he's 6'2". I'm not dating a guy unless he's 6'2". I hear that all the time. And my little 5'8.5" self, I consider myself a pretty good man. I consider myself a pretty good catch. But the bottom line is that is something that is out here that is in black women's heads, and it actually gets perpetrated in black media. When the average man is 5'8", 5'9", now you have an issue because you're cutting out so many men. And this is something that black women do. So to get back to her point, you cannot always worry about every little thing that you hear. You have to go to places where you are appreciated. So if you have normal black hair, get around the men who like normal black hair.
I was too dark, but then at the same time, my grandfather was a white man. But as I grew up, black men weren't interested in me. White men were attracted to me, okay? But my attraction was always a black man. That's what I want in my life, okay? The black men, they're there for us. There's an understanding, I don't have to try. I can just be.
And I think what the last lady said is real. I think that there are some women that, like I say, have the whole colorism thing going on. But again, I'm always going to go back to where you're at. I left Tennessee for a reason. And, I still visit my family. I still love them. But at the same time, there were resources and things that I wanted to be attached to that were only in Atlanta. And they were not in Memphis. And meanwhile, like I say, if you're thinking about coming to Atlanta, don't. All right. We are full. I do encourage you, though, to take a look at Nashville. And I do believe that Charlotte might come back because there was some racism that happened there about 12 years ago. And they might come back and they need just a little bit more people to push for something better. And also Raleigh. So if you want to come to the South, those are the three cities I would encourage you to at least take a look at. And then you can also look at Texas like Dallas and Houston. So please don't come to Atlanta. But anyway, one of the things that people still have to think about is you got to go to where you're appreciated. And I think that we have a problem in the black community because we want people to like us that don't like us. We want people that don't care about us to give us the time of day. And it doesn't really work that way. It doesn't work like that for men. If I basically meet a woman that is so concerned about dark skin, like I'm gonna be real, I'm caramel colored as you can see on the screen. And all the times I've been growing up, caramel brothers ain't never been in style. We ain't never been in style. It's always the dark skinned brother or the light skinned brother. Right? So I'm caramel colored, I'm average height. But the bottom line is you don't see me complaining. If a woman is not down for my caramel self, for my average height self, then I don't need her. Then I know to walk and find me another woman that will be overjoyed to be with me. Because there's more than one fish out here in the sea. And I think that's one of the issues that I see a lot of times, I think, with the complaining side of the dating world when it comes to black women, is that a lot of black women are doing a lot of complaining about men that don't like them. It's like even the last lady said, she said the white men just love her. But I don't want no white man. See, I'm not telling her to date white men. And I've always said, when black women, when white men want them a black woman, like I said, they get them a real black woman. But one of the things that, I think a lot of people have to do is, like I said, you got to get to where you're appreciated. And I know a lot of light-skinned black men that love dark-skinned black women. And, and I've heard dark-skinned black women talk about it, that it's hard for them to get a dark-skinned black man because it's so many light-skinned black dudes that want to talk to them. So I think that you kind of have to like a little bit about what likes you. And you kind of have to get out of this complaining side because everybody's attractive. See, all attraction is up here. It's up here. You can force yourself almost to like anything. You know, if you actually give it a try and give it a chance. That's why commercials work. Because in the commercial, they convince you, because see, you don't even think you don't even think it's happening. You're sitting around, you're watching your show or whatever it is, or you're watching YouTube, and then they'll have a commercial for something, right? For Fizzy Cola. And you think, I don't like Fizzy Cola. I only drink Sprite. And then it keeps happening. And at a certain point, you just turn it off. It's not even you're not even paying attention. It's all going straight into your back of your head, into your subconscious. And then one day you're walking through the grocery store and you're like, Fizzy Cola. I wonder what this tastes like. I'll go ahead and buy a 6-pack. And then now they got you. How did they get you? They got you by getting in your head. And see, that is the whole essence of everything. But if you sit down and take the time, you can actually do it to yourself. You can convince yourself to like or not like almost anything that you want. Even right now, as you're listening to this video, you can make in your mind, that dude ain't talking about nothing. I don't like his video. Or you can say, well, I don't like most of what he's saying, but some of that stuff sounds pretty good, so I'm gonna like it. But that's a choice. And it's the same choice when it comes to dating. Anyway, please like. Yes, like. You know you like it. You know you like the video. You know you like this. So go on like it. Go on like it. And if you ain't subscribed, go on subscribe because we like to keep it positive over here. And we're going to try to find solutions to the dating. And it's not just for black and white. You know, I'm down for everybody. But I feel like I got to talk to, some of the issues that black people are having right now. But anyway, like, subscribe, and I'm going to see you all in the very next video.